just want to start us off. I mentioned to everyone, you're the second coach in the history of our league, current coach to win the ECAC hockey title in his first 2 seasons. Coach Schaefer did it back in the mid-90s, and actually Jack Parker had a run of 4 straight in his first season. So if you want to start us off just by commenting on the tournament for us.
Well, I appreciate the history lesson. It's nice to know. Obviously the feeling, as we mentioned to the team, it never gets old. As far as generic comments, the only thing I can say to that is the 2 guys to the left and the right of me had phenomenal weekends, and that's why we're up here tonight celebrating.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open it back up.
Jason Mazza from the Atlantic City Press. For all 3 of you, fair to say that you guys like this building?
Kind of mad that they're moving it to Lake Placid next year, to be honest with you. Atlantic City is a great town, and you know what? I think it's probably like my 4th favorite town behind my hometown, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, where I played junior Schenectady. So I really like this place.
Yeah, I'd also prefer to keep it in my home state, the great state of New Jersey, so leave it at that.
That's a great question, because I don't know where you can run on the beach and it's snowing. So it was actually a dream come true. That was a first.
Josh?
Sure, you want to talk about the defense in front of you. It was pretty impressive today, especially in the 3rd period.
Yeah, those guys, all year, they've been great in front of me and steadily improving. I mean, anytime a goalie's able to see almost every shot, and those guys are clearing out rebounds in front of you, like I said yesterday, that's your best friend. And our forwards, too, are key in our D-zone coverage, centers being low and helping out our D down low, and our wingers blocking shots. And when we're doing that, it makes my job real easy, and it's just it's how we get the job done. And when we stick to that, we're gonna be pretty successful. So all the credit in the world goes out to those guys. They were great this weekend.
Max, for you to do what you did in your home state, how special is that for you?
It's nice to get it done here. Could be anywhere though, but yeah, it's nice to get it done in my home state with all my family here. Yeah, I haven't had too many multi-goal games, but it's definitely nice to get one here in the championship game.
Pete Doherty, Albany Times Union. Max, you talk specifically about the second goal. It seemed like you basically were just diving, just trying to get a stick on the puck.
Yeah, Kevin Sullivan made a good cycle. He rolled up and was able to throw it on net, and Greg Coburn was there to hammer it, and then the rebound kind of popped up just past Matt Hatch, and I just as soon as I caught it, I just started to throw it on net and was able to beat him 5-4.
Back to Ken. What about your first goal? Was it like a little bouncing puck there and just ripped it in under the crossbar?
I just tried to stay above the scrum and put it past all the guys that were in front of the net, and luckily it found the back of the net.
Nate?
NATO and U.S. college hockey. Max, I know Rick had mentioned in the preseason just you're the type of guy that the program looked to get. Thought you maybe flew under the radar a little bit, but obviously has had a lot of success here these first 2 seasons. So just what's that been like for you?
Yeah, no, it's great to be here. I'm very grateful for Coach Bennett to get me into the program, and I look forward to another 2 years and the rest of this year.
Coach Brian Farrell, USCHO.com. Troy's first comments were to us to thank us for supplying bulletin board material over the course of the year. How much of that stuff really is true, and what kind of motivation you guys have had this year?
Well, if you keep writing peaks and valleys, you're going to keep our our bulletin board stocked. So it's just like I said yesterday, it's all part of the racket that we're in sports, and you just have to deal with it. And these guys have done an excellent job. We got tremendous leaders. And guys, it's really tough to, we haven't put a C or an A on Troy Grosnick or Max Novak, I say yet, but it's guys like that. It's just an overall, the locker room is sacred. And these guys do a tremendous job of keeping that locker room, sacred. And it's just tremendous character.
Back to Pete.
Rick, at the risk of not letting you enjoy this for a few minutes, you have NCAA games coming up. Do you feel maybe, again, last year's experience will make you better prepared going into this year's tournament?
You would certainly hope so, but you look at tonight's game. If we're being perfectly frank, we didn't come out with our A game, right away, and I thought Brown really came out flying. So I thought maybe we'd use our experience, but we used our experience as the game went on. So hopefully that will help come NCAA time, because you just never know what can happen.
Rick, I kind of asked the same question to Troy. You want to talk about, I mean, you guys put a really suffocating defense, especially in the third period. You guys seem to stick to your system really well. Is that correct?
Yeah, we made a little adjustment, between the second and third, and it paid off. I just felt by changing up a few things that it would kind of recircuit the wires upstairs with the boys and just get them to refocus. And that's exactly what they did, and they really stuck to the game plan perfectly.
Ken?
Rick, I'll try not to get you emotional like I did last year with this question. What does this championship mean? Does it mean any more than last year's championship?
Last year was really special, but I guess going through all, here we go with that stuff again. Let's go with the different words of the peaks and valleys. Let's say some ups and downs. It just makes it as special. I don't want to take away from last season, but this season with these guys, it's been phenomenal. It's been a pleasure. Our coaching staff coming in every practice and the games, it just never gets old. It just never gets old, and it's a lot of fun to work with these guys.
Troy, after last year, do you feel like maybe just a little bit of unfinished business? I mean, you made it to the Frozen Four, but is the goal now to get beyond that?
Yeah, I mean, that's always the goal. This is to win your last game of the season. I think that's every college hockey team's goal, is to raise that trophy at the end of the year. So obviously we didn't accomplish that last year. It's one of our goals this year, but at the same time, we just have to take it day at a time, practice at a time, game at a time, period at a time. We can't be thinking about raising a championship trophy before we've played our first game in the tournament. So we're going to enjoy this tonight, and we're going to get back to work on Monday, prepare for whoever we're playing that first night, and go from there.
Any other questions out there for the student athletes or Coach Bennett? This is our first repeat winner in ECAC hockey at our tournament since St. Lawrence did it back in 2000, 2001, and we did tie a record for shutouts on championship weekend with 3. But we tied it back in 2011. There's never been 4 shutouts actually. So, anything else? All right, guys.